Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Witch Doctor, once again brought to you by WDKRD, the Decade. Stay wild and listen. So, well, on to the next video. I am recording immediately after the previous, in order to make sure that I don't have a long lapse once again. Just makes it easier that way. Ladies and gentlemen, I've cleared up the inventory, isn't it fantastic? Unfortunately, there were no upgrades. It's probably because there's no Decade Cane around to identify my stuff. Can help me. As a mentor. Yes, I'm bitter. Alright, so there really wasn't anything. I did level up to 66, and what you're not seeing is the new ability I got. So what I got was a new passive, Physical Attunement. You gain 66 physical resistance for every enemy within 20 yards, and the range of this is increased by gold pickup radius, so you can make it larger and larger. Quite useful for if you've got a build that gets you up close and personal, which I don't really right now. Alright, so not really going to use this. I think I'll go ahead and pass up on this one. When I get to 68, though, I'm looking forward to building up a bit again, because I can get Midnight Feast, which will give me an additional dog and increase the damage. So I'll probably make a really big summoning build for that. And we might even ignore the cold damage that I'm using. It depends. We'll have to look at the pets again and see what we can make out of that. But for now, we're continuing on as we have, so we're not really getting a new build. The last few levels of the expansion, not terribly interesting when it comes to building up, since there's just minor changes and runes of the new Piranhas skill. We're going out into Wet March Heights, which immediately has a waypoint. Convenient. I'll have to find Urzael to stop his chaos. Maiden of Flame. She's a fire starter. I don't know the lyrics, otherwise I'd give you more. I can't. Are there really lyrics? I think it's... Well, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Moving on. She does create a flame wake in her wake. Flame path in her wake, I suppose would be the best way to say that. And she explodes!
Didn't think it could get much uglier out here. I was wrong.
Haha! Ba-dum-tis. That was a zinger, folks. Oh, this place is burning. We didn't start the fire, though we didn't light it. We'll try to fight it.
I do not have enough mana.
Jeez, that thing is huge.
Don't leave me.
If I remember right, those big beasts, if you die around them, they will eat your corpse. I would show it off, but I have no intentions of dying today. Not again. A mojo.
Health returns to me.
And Lyndon is having a tough time surviving. I did find him a new crossbow, so he's got a bit more damage under his belt or in his kit or whatever. Attack speed upgrading.
Need more mana.
Go! Show off those fancy attacks.
Gilgamesh, the Betrayer. Gilgamesh. Shall we call him Gil, or shall we call him Greg? Those of you who play Final Fantasy XIV might get that one. Come along, Greg! Oh, no, not into the pulse. I wanted to throw that out there, just in case. Oh, you want cold? I'll show you cold. So yes, I really like the story that happened there, and man, I gotta tell you, I kind of felt it when Lyndon saw the corpse, you know, I could feel it. You could kind of hear it in his voice too. It was that was really well done. I definitely feel for him, and yeah, I liked it. I liked that there was a little quest to actually do that. I think that's what they intended to do before. Like, again, one of the big things I bring up constantly on this series was the Templar, and how he was trying to find tomes about his order, and at one point, he eventually says that he found a tome that helped him, but you never actually find the tome. He just randomly finds it. It's like, ah, here's the tome, and it's got this thing in the page, and it's like, okay. And you never actually got to explore and help him with that. And I think that's something they may have meant to do, is what we just did, was go out and do a small little dungeon and find it. And I think that would have been cool if they would have done that, and I like it that they've done it this time. So we actually got to go out and find out the fate of his brother. Rather than that, that's the thing, is rather than that NPC tell us, oh, he's dead, we actually had to go and find him. And I like that it was a small little side area that you got just from the story. It's not a place that you're ever going to go out and farm. It's not a place you're going to continually do. It's just there for the story, which is great. And I hope they continue to do more and more of those little things, because I want to know more and more about my companions and actually fight for them and help them. Give me an incentive to learn their story. So I really liked that. Alright, this place. I'm not sure where to split off. As we can see, it's gone pretty long. Let's go back. We may have gotten one of these awkward, very linear path maps here.
Help! Help! These monsters have trapped me in here!
Help! Help! I'm being repressed! I'm being repressed! Can't you see the violence inherent in the system? I got you, buddy. Oh gods. Oh wow, look at this. Spread. Spread, my lovely locusts.
I do not have enough mana.
Thank you. Had I remained in that inferno any longer, I surely would have died.
And is this where the... Yep. Oh. You know, I'm sorry, but it's getting predictable at this point. Malthael steals the souls of the people I helped, and then, of course, I help the guy from the Inferno, and it's like, yeah, is this where one of the Death Maidens shows up and kills him? No, it turns out to be a... Clawgain. Clawgain? The Mountain. Yeah, he just stomps him and kills him. Good job. It's still funny. Predictable or no. But I do like, again, it's one of these places, like, you don't have to have a side dungeon to every map. You know, I talk about how Act 1 is one of my favorite acts because it has all those side dungeons and quests and things to do, and it makes it interesting to explore. That's cool. But they don't always have to be a dungeon. In this case, it could just be a little event where something happens, and it's kind of neat. And I like those. Act 4 was severely lacking in that kind of content. Interesting, kind of going around in a loop here. And there's like a intersection there that I missed. I bet you those just connect and they don't go anywhere. What is this? Slowed! No.
This is interesting.
Interesting indeed. There you go. Piranhas. Can't say there's a lack of anything to do here in Act 5, right? No lack of things to kill, that's for sure. Health link, of course. They'll all die at the same time and they're gonna blow up. Oh god. Lyndon. Cutting it close there, man. Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Neither does Lyndon.
I recognize someone back there. One of the bodies.
Who was it?
A baker. His bread was awful, but he always shared with the poor.
Damn it, Lyndon, you're giving me context to the dead bodies that I just turn over to find loot. You're making me feel bad now. Damn it, Lyndon. Weren't you supposed to be the thief that I'm supposed to chastise for stealing from other people without a care, and now you're making me feel... What's with the feels? What is with the feels, Lyndon? Seriously. I guess it's a good thing I decided to take him with me for this jaunt. In the world that I just unlocked. Damn. Okay, that was unexpected. Just a sudden vision of Malthael and... Whew. Right. Yeah, you know, I have to say, I've been really happy that I chose Lyndon for this jaunt. I still need to go through, you know, with the other followers and kind of see what they might do or say. And I will certainly do that, as it is what we do on this series. Yep, backtracking. More corpses. Bring out your dead! Anything up here? No. So far only, well, 2 events I would say, because you have the one guy we had to save and then the other was Malthael showing up. I guess I can count that as a small event, even though nothing really happened. Like a skeleton popped up, but it didn't seem like anything big. That may have just been part of the story event since we're trying to find his lieutenant now. I just love how intricate these maps are. I really do. I mean, they really do add to the ambience. They're so random. They're incredibly random, actually, compared to a lot of the other acts, probably because of how large they are. But you can look at these places and look at how intricate the background is and how detailed this map can be, even though it can be completely random and have all sorts of possible outcomes. You know, it's just every time I look at this act, every time I come through, I just look at it and I have to think of just really what a great job they did with this one. I mean, you might say that I'm riding on Blizzard's dick, but that's okay. I like it. I really do. Everybody's got their own personal favorites. It's all down to personal preference. I just really like I like that Blizzard polish and spit shine and whatnot. Other people like the complexity of games like Path of Exile, which is a great game on its own. It's just not my game. I can enjoy that game and enjoy that it exists. Then there's Torchlight, which is kind of an interesting, I don't know, let's just say it's an in-between. It's nowhere near as complex, but it does have the skill tree systems that like the old D2 game had. And then there's Marvel Heroes, which is just, you feel overpowered in the very beginning. And then you have tons of stuff to do, tons of events. Oh, I've mentioned that twice now. Alright, well, so 2 side areas. We've got, what, the Repository of Bones and Clyfton Hall. Let's do Clyfton Hall first, because this is kind of small. Oh, the fate of the king! That's right, they've been doing this insurrection thing, so we finally get to find out what happens. Oh dear. Well, they've all moved. They all moved because I moved forward. You know, it gives me this vibe. I remember this one's part from Final Fantasy IV, where you had this small double door entryway. Just for some reason made me think of that. Well, I'd say that the king is living long and prosperous. No, he's not. No, he's not. Lord Winton, congratulations on committing regicide during an angelic purge of demons. You're all dead. I hope you know this. I'm just gonna loot. Can I continue to loot your throne room?
It is done. The bloodline of Rakis will once again sit on the throne of Westmarch.
And that would be you?
My grandmother was the daughter of Korelan, but he would not claim her because she was born of a courtesan, not a queen. With the peasants supporting me, Westmarch will become a place of freedom and equality. The idle rich will be no more. Of course, there will be some bloodshed. We must make a few examples, consolidate our power. A small price to pay.
I will not put the future of the people of Westmarch in the hands of a betrayer like you.
I have spent my whole life preparing for this day, you primitive heathen.
Ow! Shut it already.
Need more mana.
Thank you, Lyndon. Alright, so he's apparently got a shield. I can't even target him. Wow. Neat looking shield. But I can't even target him, so I gotta drop his shield. Let's do that now. Ow. There you go. Didn't think the witch doctor would get into politics. This is my power play. To get into the kingdom. I will rule. I will show them the power of the unformed land. The kingdom of the witch doctor.
I need healing.
That's the problem with Wyndon. He's not going to go far enough. See, the witch doctor needs to kill everybody so they can all go to the unformed land. So that's what this is all about. We will kill the usurper, kill everybody, everybody's dead, everybody's in the unformed land, and we're all happy. The end. Yes, right?
I cannot
Oh gods, he is really wrecking me. This is kind of painful. It especially hurts and I can't just kill him. Okay, come on. There we go. Ow, will you stop stunning me?
Needs more time.
I haven't had to use Spirit Walk though, so I mean I'm still kind of okay. There we go.
I have come to realize that my personal feelings are of no consequence. My people are dying, and they need their king. Our resistance starts today, and Lord Winton, of all people, has provided the means. These reapers shall not have Westmarch. I swear my life on it.
So, you know, there with that, you can kind of see, yeah, he probably wasn't a deserving ruler. I mean, you know, Justinian saw kind of the error of his ways. When you look at kind of the lore books, it looks like, if you look at the snippets they provided,
someone from here.
Not this again.
An actress from the theatre, and her performances were always perfect.
Right. And the anecdotes from Lyndon. You know, you look at the snippets they provide you, and it looks like he's bending to the requests of the nobles, and so the poor people are going to be repressed. But then you look at the true snippets, and you find out that, well, yes, that's what they were trying to do, but Justinian was always heavy with that. He's like, I don't like that, I don't want to do that. It was one of those things where he was very conflicted on how he should, you know, move forward, and he finally found his resolve. He would rather, you know, work for the people than against them. And this guy knew that, and yet still desired the power and let everybody think that Justinian was against the people. it's a very interesting little power play, a little interesting political intrigue in the world of Diablo, right? Huh? Odd. Well, let's see. Did we find anything good? Well, we did find a couple weapons with some upgrades. Is this that's a one-handed. What's this one? First, this one. It is poison damage, vitality, and attack speed, and it reduces cooldown, which is kind of nice. Doesn't have any main stats like intelligence, so we're not really missing anything, so I could use that. But we're probably going to get onto this, which is a spear, which does have intelligence on it, which is why it does more damage. So we look at it. Actually, it has more weapon damage as well. So good damage. It has life on hit, which is... Wow, look at that. 74% increase in healing, which is pretty good. So I like that. So we're looking at some good healing. A loss of toughness because of what? Vitality? That's not a big deal. And almost 10% increase in damage. Plus, it has the intelligence, which is great. My health is at 375. It's not super huge, so I am going to lose some. Let's take a look at that. 325. So it's not terrible. So I think I'm quite happy with that. Let's just go ahead and salvage those. And then throw the gems into the stash, shall we? And we're not looking too bad, as you can see. Got some odd colors going on, of course, but we're not looking too bad. So with that, we're going to move on to the next little dungeon side area, and this one is the Repository of Bones, level 1. Ah, that music, that haunting melody. Oh, you know what? We did level. I have to look at that. Oh, that was awkward. Gold just pouring out from the sky. Texas tea, y'all. Alright, so we've got a new decay spell. It's going to be the new Piranhas. So let's take a look at what the new Piranhas is. This one is Wave of Mutilation. It is also a poison skill, much like, well, pretty much all the others. Bogadile is physical. Once we get to the final one, that one's frozen, so that'll actually work with the build that I have going for me right now. Unfortunately, it is the last one. So this is Wave of Mutilation. You turn each cast of Piranhas as into a wave. That crash forward, and it does 475% weapon damage, and it causes all enemies afflicted to take 15% increased damage for 8 seconds. So it still has the 15% increased damage, but it's a wave. The default damage is 400, this is 475. Let's go ahead and activate that. We'll go ahead and try it out. And there you go, it crashes forward, which is really nice. This is especially useful compared to the others. I mean, some of these are really nice. Bogadile takes an enemy out of play for a brief moment, and it does quite a bit of damage. We've got this one where they hop out. I don't know about this one. I really can't think of many uses for that one. They do kind of leap out, I suppose, once the pool is over, and can help you spread the damage. But really, if you're going to do something like that, you might as well go for Piranhado. Well, Piranhado is the one that I was just using, and it sucks enemies in. So this one's really great because you can get a big pack, condense it down, hit them with a massive amount of AoE. So this is very useful. That, and because it lasts for 4 seconds, they're constantly bouncing, you actually get a little bit of crowd control with it. This one is great in its own way, because even though I lose that crowd control, you saw how far it went. Piranhas normally is a small area. This, I can put a wave and infect an entire line of monsters. So this might prove to be quite useful. And since the damage amplification effect is pretty much permanent, I mean, look at that. I just put it down an entire wave of enemies. These are all inflicted with the Piranhas now, taking more damage. Does it have a mana cost? It does. 250 mana cost. Alright, so the downside to these areas, like the Reliquary of Bones, or the Repository of Bones, or whatever type of bones, or whatever you're doing with your bones. I know what I'd like to do with my... But shut up, old man. The only problem with these areas is they have a lot of these, like, four-way intersection kind of things going on for them. So you get a lot of that. double backing kind of thing going on. It seems to happen a lot anyway. I might need to go back to using a standard signature ability. I don't know, my mana comes back pretty quickly when I'm not spam casting. Okay, no more lore books in there for me. Oh, I found part 2. Well, this place is a lot like another similar area, so what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and explore it, and if there's anything interesting, we'll bring it to your attention. Alright, there it is for all of you completionists out there. Yeah, there's a couple of dark spots, but that's pretty much it. Nothing interesting going on. A lot of the four-way intersections and no other events.
The air reeks of swamp.
Can't we go to the house instead?
Your evil undoes you.
Go through the palace and yeah, you know, why do we always have to go through sewers and undeath and just instead of going straight through? Whatever. This build is working out pretty nicely, actually, and I do like the new wave of Piranhas, because it's just, I can throw it down and it cascades through everything. Just look at that. This is fantastic.
Remember me?
Wow, that was kind of a waste. There was really nothing down that way. Oh, I was gonna say a bunch of rats and a treasure goblin. Let's go ahead and throw some continual damage on him in the form of the locusts and the piranhas. So he will be continually taking additional damage, which is great. Where'd he go? Oh, he's on the map. He's up here. I completely didn't see him run past. I like the fact that the goblins show up on the map now. That's great. No major draws, but that's okay. It's worth crafting materials, which is semi-important. Oh dear.
That's how we do it in Kingsport!
If only I could have one more night with Mariella.
What about her?
Oh, no. Her. This one had the softest caresses and the hardest slap when she caught me sneaking on.
How many girls, Lyndon? How many girls? Seriously?
My strike is true.
Fairly certain we're getting close to the end. Let us move forward. Ah, yes. Here we are. Let's have at it. I believe... Oh, no. Okay. As I say, I believe this is one I showed before. With all the... with those, fire turrets coming alive, but no, this is just a standard destroy 100 monsters, which I'm probably not going to be able to do. I'm somewhat lacking in the AoE department from lack of mana. I'm going to give it a shot. Every now and then I throw out the piranhas. Yeah. Didn't quite get it. That's unfortunate. I probably do need more signature spells or something. I mean, I've got AoE abilities. I've got some pretty nice AoE abilities. But, you know, part of it could also be the damage. Gear will obviously help with that. And we're done with this one. I think we'll go ahead and just leave. We'll go ahead and take a look at the other exit here real fast, just to make sure there isn't anything useful, important.
Your day comes.
Yeah, a better way of getting back mana might not be bad. Although hitting with this isn't that bad, because I hit with it and my mana goes up really quickly for a moment there. Okay, yeah, I think we are done here. Okay. Let's just bring the rats into a trap.
My strike is true.
Lyndon, if you're with me, I think we're getting out of here. Excellent. Yes. Let's leave. To get the hell out of here. Yeah, you're trying to stop me, but no. You will fail. Right, we've got 2 exits. One up, one left. Let's go this way, shall we? I'm hoping to find some more rare areas, because in like it was either the last video, not the last video, because this is the second one, the new ones aren't recording, but about 2 or 3 episodes back, I found this area off in like kind of what felt almost like off the map, because it didn't conform to the standard mapping design. It was kind of a courtyard area, and it was a place I had not ever seen before. It was supposedly fairly rare for achievement that some achievement hunters tend to look for. And I'm hoping to find more of those. A place I just haven't quite seen, because I know I haven't explored everything. Okay, this is the exit, so let us continue back. Finish this off. See if we can't find any more side areas, side events. Everything's off to the side.
Blinding powder.
That's quick and easy. Just destroy the summoner and the rest go away. Yeah, this crashing wave of piranhas I really like so far. It's been great. Absolutely. So we are, what, 40% into level 67? Not bad. We will be 68 before you know it. And look, a new side area, Vermin Alley. Well, that sounds fun. I wonder what we'll find there. Pleasantness, happiness, and rainbows. Well, that's Whimsyshire. Welcome to Crime Alley, where Bruce Wayne becomes Batman.
I strike at your heart.
Find the source of the rats, huh? Okay. Oh, hey, look, a couple rat nests. Wasn't this fun?
The spirits aid me.
Oh look, it's Sprinter! Enemy of the Foot Clan! Oh, I love the references. I really do. That poor Foot Clan having to deal with a giant rat. I'm kind of surprised there aren't any turtles around. Tonight I dine on turtle soup. But hey, check this out! I found a set-piece amulet! Holy crap! A set-piece? Yes! It's true! I found one! Oh
Sometimes
my.
I can't decide which of our friends is the most annoying. Lorath never knows what he's doing, and Tyrael knows everything. Somehow you ended up being the most normal. Isn't that strange?
Just looking at anything else we might have found upgrades for, and it doesn't look like. Toughness and healing increase here. That's not bad, actually. Damage decrease because of no int. But still. Oh, hey. 166, 162. Does this have any dex on it? No, it doesn't. Neither does his, though. He's at 42, 30. He's at 4232.
I'll take that.
43. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you will take that. You now have a bow. Congratulations, sir. Alright, so I have found Blackthorn's Duncraig Cross. Not bad. Blackthorn set. 2 pieces gives vitality and damage against elites, which is always good. I love the 4-piece, though. Immune to Desecrator, Molten, and Plagued. I mean, it's a fantastic set for survival early on, until you start working on your actual 6-piece sets in the end. It is a damage increase. It is a healing increase. The downside is I lose the cold skills deal damage, and I am using cold at the moment. So, I'm going to put that to the side. And I may end up using it at some point if I can find maybe more pieces of it. But for now, I think it's cool that I just found it. It does my old heart proud. Makes me happy. Because I'm happy, and I feel like a room without a roof. Actually, that doesn't sound happy. A room without a roof can be rained upon. Who wrote this song? Seriously. That's terrible. You've obviously never lived in a room without a roof. I have. I've also lived in a cage in the middle of Tristram, watching my friends, one by one, be brutally murdered, cannibalized by the undead. Oh, hi, Shade of Maldale. Kube, Bringer of Storms. Ow! I just got mauled. I gotta cross over Kube 2. And I said Kube, Kube 2. Sorry. It's a song. It's a song. Probably hardly anyone's gonna get that reference. For the uninitiated, it comes from a secondary Lion King soundtrack known as The Rhythm of the Pride Lands. I'm just gonna go ahead and point that out just to kind of show my nerdiness. Hey guys, I know this obscure reference. It's awesome. You guys never got it. That gives me more nerd cred. Could decide on if that was a nerd or a some kind of weird Beavis impersonation. I don't know. Here we go.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demon spawn like you will be gone forever.
Enough! The spirits call for your death, and I will give it to them.
Urzael, the Harbinger of Death. He's got some interesting mechanics there, so he's like... got burning cinders from the roof, and then he uses his cannon to actually shoot himself to another location and jumps on you. And then of course there's that cannon shot that has got a very obvious tell on it. Alright, we only really need to do single target damage, so we're just going to go ahead and spam this. Ow! Ow! Don't need to do much else. I mean, he's already got the piranhas on him. He's already got the locusts on him. Got him down to a quarter. Almost walked into that.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
Oh, we've hit a transition. Oh dear. And there's the wings. And now you can see the entire tower is on fire. So now there's a firewall. Firewall? Hey, there's a things. There's an old spell. Oh, hello. Alright. Okay, cool. So some of the wood falls down and creates a firewall that I have to now avoid. Hey, his cannon's really cool now.
I'm back. Try your tears.
Try it. You had me crying. You had me crying, London. You really did. Alright, we're almost getting to the halfway point. Now there are healing wells that I can use. It's a healing... I say wells, I guess healing well. No, there's a second one. Opposite it. So they have options for me to survive should I need it. But I think we're going to be okay. Alright, past the halfway point. It looks like the phase transition only happens at 25%. I can't recall if he's got another one. I don't think he does. Oh, ow. Okay. Fire sweep. Yep. Didn't see that one coming. My gargantuan's dead. I didn't see that one either. Keep my distance so the fire sweep won't hurt me. Well...
Nephilim, I will bring an end to conflict. In death there is peace.
The spirits curse you.
Well, it's true. I mean, in the unformed land, we know there is peace. But all spirits should be able to live out their lives.
I need to go back.
And more story to end ourselves on. Let us first go speak to Tyrael.
Urzael is dead. The Reapers will be easily defeated without him to lead them.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still do not know why Malthael took the stone, and he grows stronger by the moment. Our time is running out.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately. Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
We have brought peace to Westmarch. That is a victory worthy of celebration.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace.
Absolutely.
I bring grave news, General. The king is dead.
I'd heard rumors, but I hoped. I didn't really care for the king at first, but he turned into a good ruler. Hadn't been himself lately, though. The last of his trusted advisors died recently. Hit him hard, it did. He would have recovered eventually. Now, he'll never get the chance.
Wow. Cool. So an event that allowed me to continue speaking with him, the actual event of Justinian's death.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
These lands are still plagued by danger.
I don't care.
Indeed.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done. Rackus conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
Tira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
You killed the angel who caused this slaughter? Does that mean we're safe now?
Not a chance. Nothing new from him. His is the story I definitely want to see more
Everyone's
of.
dead. Everyone in the city is dead.
No, dear, that isn't true. Look, there's almost a dozen people here.
That sounds so terrible. I mean,
eyes, always moving, always watching in the shadows. Can't you see the eyes?
Stepping away now. I mean, she had a point. Not everyone's dead.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
You go! Yes! Yes! Oh! So glad to see her turn that around and stick it to him. What a jerk.
So, what do you need?
Nothing really.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but a great evil remains. When I have destroyed him, you will be safe.
I believe you.
Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and start with Miram.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
What is it?
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria. She has much to answer for.
Oh yes, she does.
Your eyes gleam with wisdom, Miriam. You have seen much in this life.
Oh, I could tell you stories. I actually knew Hedrig when he and his soon-to-be wife traveled with the Vetchen. She was beautiful. She had mystical powers of her own. I taught her a thing or two. Eventually, they were married. It was then that I had a horrific vision of what would befall them. We were friends, but there was nothing I could do. So, I shared my wine. We laughed. We danced. I wanted them to be happy for as long as possible before. She never spoke to me about it, but I think she knew. Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
What exactly does that mean?
Some things cannot be explained. You must see them for yourself.
Oh, the spirits agree. You are indeed strange.
You have no sense of adventure.
Do the spirits agree that it's something I need to see, or do the spirits agree that she is indeed strange? Because I can kind of see both happening. Hey! I just kind of realized the preacher and his followers are all dispersed now. They're gone. I think that's where some of these guys came from, like these two down here, and the guy that's down there in the lower right of the map. Let's see if Hadrig's in a better mood.
Brycen meant well. Why not let him stay?
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, death. It is always close to your heart.
What are you talking about?
Your father, your wife, your apprentice. You did not want another face to add to that list.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
Material is helping Malthael. We should rush him. We can do it.
No. No, you can't. You can try. But we hit a nerve there with Hadrig. Most certainly. Poor guy. Zai? I mean, Shin?
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
Did Zai feel any remorse for his actions?
No, not then. He felt pride.
You know this well. You know this well, my friend. I love his story. But it looks like we actually have one more thing happening up here before we go. Yes, Tyrael, actually.
I see no angels here. Why are they not helping us?
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens. You must remember, Malthael was our leader once.
But you stand on the Angiris Council. You can call on the warriors of heaven.
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow angel, especially a former member of the Angiris Council.
I will not forget this, and the spirits will not either.
Yeah. Yes! I will not forget Imperius.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Why?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
Come with me if you wish, but Adria will pay for her betrayal.
Oh, cool. So Loroth is with me, as we go to find Adria. Cool. Alright, so we'll end it here. We will head off into... I forget the zone name now, actually. Well, we'll head off into the next area and find Adria. With Lorath, who we can't talk to. But do we have anything with the scoundrel? No. A stolen life was the last. Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick look, just to make sure we didn't find any kind of upgrades, and it looks like we did not. So we will put this into the bank for later. I have so many tabs that I need to sort through. It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Well, I'll put it here in the gym slot. How's that? That'll work. Alright, and so, thank you very much once again for following along on my quest. I hope you have enjoyed it, and as always, I look forward to the next time that we journey off together. Until then,